Young and the Restless's Vandals tease that Shemar Moore is back to work on his hit swamp movie, though many fans will love him back to Genève. We can dream, right? Shemar debuted as Malcolm Winters in 1994 and his run was unbelievably short, but since leaving the show, he has had a great career. He recently shared some good news with his fans on Instagram and will certainly be happy to know that he and the rest can come back. Get back to your daily work safely. He had previously posted a video of himself in a mask while he was sitting on a chair at home and said, "Please put on my mask, which looks like the Dark Knight. This is crazy. I think 2019 is bad." Shemar is addressing at least part of the worldwide coronavirus pandemic by 2020, effectively closing down public life and detaining people around the world. In 2019, her Y&R outfit, Christophe St. John, is dead. The two actors who play the brothers in daytime drama are number one and they are as close as brothers in real life. It has not been a long time since Shemar lost his mother, whom I say, "I miss you all day, every day." But in the end, Shemar shared an optimistic attitude with his fans. "I am a good person, I am good. I am waiting. I am finding my way and getting my mojo back." He also noted that time is difficult for everyone and encourages people to stay safe. After a car accident, Cassie's parents said goodbye to their lovely, sweet little daughter. The tragedy shook the whole city to the end, destroying Newman's marriage and causing Nick to seek blood. After a car accident, Cassie Newman fought tirelessly for her life in the hospital. However, by this time, the infection had become too much, and it had surpassed her body. As the family prepares for the last breath, Sharon Newman and Nick Newman spend time alone with Cassie. Each parent expressed their love for Cassie and cried with her. The scene was unbelievable, heartbreaking, raw, and acting were not legends for all three actors. While Daniel Romalotti was concerned about going to jail, so he planned with Lily Winters to quietly drift. Go. Each parent expressed their love for Cassie and cried with her. The scene was unbelievable, heartbreaking, raw, and acting were not legends for all three actors. While Daniel Romalotti was concerned about going to jail, so he planned with Lily Winters to quietly drift. Go. Needless to say, Wednesday is an extremely heavy episode. But, in better news, the character Cameron Grimes may have died in 2005, but she returned to Mariah for the city of Geneva today. We still receive fair repair of talented daytime actresses. Now, the Young and the Restless cast and crew have returned to work like that, because Eric Braeden said that, with nothing, it was only a matter of time before 4 episodes. The film was eventually resumed to broadcast a new episode. And CBS Soap has 5 stories available, but make sure that when we watch, we'll be by our seats, at least until we get knocked out right away. The plot can't be missed that the show will go crazy without being twisted. We rarely can remember the last time Emmy Christian Jules LeBlanc and Tracy E. Bregman went past the previous burner, rarely hanging it at any time. If The Young and the Restless changes that, by allowing Lauren to become overly supportive of Paul, her ex-husband, when his marriage to Christine is clarified, we will eventually be treated with a love. The triangle has gone down in history and has great potential. It's not just money in a bank for Vandals, it's money in Victor Newman's bank. Talk about mustard tycoons. 4 years, has it really been decades? Newman's playing chair with CEO chair. At this point, we are pretty sure that Faith is the only one left that isn't the answer to the question. Who is the boss? But things will change if Victor decides to take his children and grandchildren through the final test to decide which portrait will replace him on the wall. Victoria, Adam, Nicholas, Abby, even Summer, Noah and Reed, each will be tasked with proving themselves in a battle that is scrutinized by the Black Knights. And finally, the victor will be the godly crap. Jack, who, while all of himself is busy trying over and over, took enough of the company's shares to move his enemies to a new office, in the broom cupboard. We want to think that nothing and no one can come between these two. But what if there's a reason Amanda looks like Devin's late wife, Hillary? An off-program reason she really wants to bring Michelle Morgan back and kill her old character. For example, it turned out that Amanda was Hillary's anonymous twin sister, then Devon could look at her more closely, perhaps finding a new resemblance between her and the ill-fated bride? And if he did, how long before his interest would arise in infatuation that would make Elena feel not only threatened but also territorial? We will pay to find out. He wants to let it go, she likes, I don't know about that. But, because none of them could manage to get rid of others, though not for long, anyway, they struck a compromise. They will continue to be involved, as friends and lovers, however, they can also see others. It sounds simple on its surface but below is anything but. Before you can say, anyone you can do, I can heat up. They will work overtime to make each other jealous. And, instead of that motivating them to admit that, like it or not, they belong to each other, they decide that they like their freedom, and the sexual tension that their external alliances have brought to everyone. For these two, it was a perfect storm, a relationship with enough, ever-changing dramas to keep their passion alive. We all know the impulse. We have seen enough soap operas to predict that most of them will only glance at the first kiss. The tornado will attack until Lily leaves that smile and finds herself, if only in her mind, locking lips with her ex-husband Kane. What? Acutely aware of Billy's past mischief, Lily's subconscious has turned him into her betrayal mate. If Billy wants to move forward with a colleague, Kane in her imagination will have to prove to her that he can be trusted. Of course, once he did so and disappeared, Lily, now clearly related to Billy, would have to wonder if it was real. Can also prove herself to her. Should she approach him and give him a chance? Next week's Young and the Restless Vandals promised Paul Williams to take off his pants and become irritable. Plus, Adam Newman heats up, and not in a good way. For everyone who asks when the new Y&R episode will air, we can report another week to rerun. Next week for Y&R are more classic episodes, not new shows. However, they chose some excellent content. At first, Paul Williams could not believe his ears. In this 1986 episode, Paul is married to Lauren Finmore and Mary Williams' mother is crazy about him. History Young and the Restless recounts that Mary confronted Paul through nudity. Lauren took some pictures of sexy Paul Williams in the buffer. She then submitted photos of Paul for a Central Exam for Men's Professional Excellence to win a $10K prize. Paul Williams won, because longtime Young and the Restless viewers can recall. Later, the magazine published with Paul naked in all his glory, and the church's loving mother saw magic and turned it over. Thanks to the embarrassment, Paul Williams had to resign from a prominent position. Not long ago for Young and the Restless, Nikki Newman and Sharon Newman buried J.T. Hellstrom in a park. Of course, he is not completely dead. But, this classic caper reminds those who follow that vibe. We have a glimpse of Christophe St. Dear John when Neil Winter said goodbye to his mother. It was in 2016 when the Star Trek icon, Nichelle Nichols played Lucinda Winters. In these scenes, Neil's mother is dead and he confronts her about their iron past. In addition, Young and the Restless brought Adam Newman to the scene when the cabin exploded. It paves the way for Mark Grossman's summary to be Adam, and also allows Chick Shu to become romantic later on Y&R. A second Y&R alum has been engaged on the beach in recent days. First, it's Max Eric, who plays Finn Baldwin, who announced his engagement to pop star Demi Lovato. This week, former student Kelly Goss, who plays Courtney Sloan, is sharing her engagement news with fans. Alum Soap debuted on CBS Subser in 2013 and stayed until 2015. She just told the world that after 6 great years with her lover Justin Wilmers, they were engaged. The exact date is July 29, according to the Blonde Star. The couple started dating in 2014. According to his Insta, Justin is affiliated with UCLA Law. Goss posted their regular photos together on her Instagram account and they traveled around the country sharing many happy times together. On the body, Insta Kelly posted a photo of the beautiful couple standing on the beach with the sun setting behind them to announce her news. She dressed casual in a white t-shirt and oversized beige sweater while Justin wore a long-sleeved gray shirt and black vest. In another photo, Kelly proudly shows off his engagement ring and it's a beauty. It was a simple and unimpressive ring, with a large, single oval diamond set on a gold strip. Let's hope the random collection of past Young and the Restless episodes will soon make announcements about new content. For 2 weeks, Y&R was the only soap the United States still broadcasted again when GH returned to the new episode on the 3rd. Please subscribe for the latest info.
Abby can even become a truly dependent couple. To Abby.